Hey guys, my name is Stacey. Welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a bit since I filmed. I was in Tennessee for over a week and I have baby chickens a few feet away from me and they are quite noisy, so I apologize for that, although some of you may love the sound of baby chickens. But yeah, it's been a very hectic last few weeks really, and it's going to continue to be pretty hectic for me. I have a lot of things on my to-do list, so reading and filming kind of have to take a back burner, at least for a little while. I still am reading and I still will film, but it might just not be very often at the moment. Anyway, this video is the books that I read the second half of March, because we're already halfway through April and I'm just now filming this, but whatever, it's fine. The first book that I want to talk about is Masquerade at Middlecrest Abbey by Abigal Wilson, and I think this was book 2. I can't remember the name of the first book. I'll post a picture of the first book and of this book. They did talk about characters and situations that were in the first book that I wish I had known more about when I was reading this one, but it was still okay to read by itself. I still understood the story. I really liked this one. I gave it 4 stars. Here's what the book's about. I'm gonna read some of the synopsis for you because I don't have the best memory of it right now. But this was historical Christian fiction, and it says, when the widowed Lord Torrington agreed to spy for the crown, he never planned to impersonate a highwayman, let alone rob the wrong carriage. Stranded on the road with an unconscious young woman, he is forced to propose marriage to protect his identity as well as his dangerous mission. This book was a fun historical Christian fiction read. There was romance in it. There was mystery in it. I don't want to give much away, but I really did like the writing. I liked the characters. I liked the mystery. It was just fun. I really enjoyed it. And I put a hold on the first book from my library, but that one is quite popular and it could take a while for me to get it. The next one I read is The Lost Letter by Mimi Matthews. This is the second Mimi Matthews book I've read in March. Again, I really like her writing style. This is historical fiction, but I don't think there was any Christian elements in it. I don't think there was any faith in it, but it was what I would consider clean. There were some kissing scenes in it, so I don't know if that would knock it out of the clean category. I'm not really sure where it fits, but for my standards, it was pretty clean. And this is a Beauty and the Beast kind of story, but it takes place in Victorian time period. So it's about a man who goes and fights in India, a British man who fights in India, and he gets injured there and has pretty bad facial scarring. It's also a second chance romance. I thought it was really sweet and I really loved the characters and I was just hooked into the story. I definitely want to be reading more Mimi Matthews coming up here shortly. I've gotten a couple more of her books on my Kindle and it's just a really easy, fun, not try too hard kind of read, and that's the mindset I'm in currently with all the other things going on. I just want reading to be super easy right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed that one and I also gave it 4 stars. The next one I read was Confection is Good for the Soul by Ruth Hutzler, and this is book 3. I believe it's book 3 in the Amish Cupcake Mystery series. And I literally read these books because of the cat on the cover. Looks exactly like my cat. I also really like the characters in these books. The main characters are a set of sisters, and one sister is Amish, the other sister has left the Amish, and then there are 2 really old ladies, like in their late 80s, and the woman who left the Amish lives with the old ladies. I really love their friendship, the way they interact with each other. The old ladies are very funny and the old ladies have the cat. So this is a cozy mystery, and in this one there is a cupcake cookbook author who ends up being murdered. And so the old ladies and the sister tries to solve the crime. It's just cute. It's fun. I really like the series, and I'm going to continue on with it. The next book I read was The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis, and I read this one with Holly again. We're just working our way through all of the Narnia books, and I'm loving that because we pretty much think the same on all of these so far. The Horse and His Boy was really cute, but I'd say The Magician's Nephew and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe I liked more than this one. So this was the third book in chronological order. And I was just a little bored with it, I think, and I didn't enjoy these characters as much as I liked the characters in the first two books. But it was still a fun story, and I'm glad I read it, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the Narnia books. And the last book I'm going to talk about is called Beyond All Dreams by Elizabeth Camden. She wrote the Spice King books. This one is, again, historical Christian fiction, and it takes place in DC. And the main character is a map archivist. She deals with historical maps, and she works in the Library of Congress. Working in the Library of Congress would be the ultimate job. And I've actually been to the Library of Congress. I live kind of close to DC, and I took my kids to the Library of Congress for a field trip. It is one of the most beautiful buildings you could ever imagine. They put so much work and effort into this building. So much money went into it. It is just breathtaking. It's one of my favorite places in all of DC. So yeah, I absolutely love the setting of this book. This is also a romance and a mystery. It has some political intrigue, a little bit of political intrigue, but I loved all of the history that I learned from this book. There was a bunch of stuff in here that I didn't know from early 1900s American history. Here's my cat. She just walked into the shot. I absolutely loved everything about this book. I loved it as much as I loved The Spice King, and you guys know I really, really love The Spice King. But yeah, it was an excellent read, and there was a lot of great faith content in it, so I highly recommend that book. Alright guys, that is all I've got for this video. If you've read any of these books, let me know. I hope everybody is having an amazing April, and I will see y'all soon-ish. Bye.